Springfield ill. On July 6th, a tragic event unfolded in Springfield when Sean Grayson, a sheriff's deputy, fatally shot 36-year-old Sonia Massey in her home. Massey had called 911 to report a possible intruder, but instead of receiving help, she faced a fatal encounter. Deputy Sean Grayson, who had a history of misconduct, shot Massey in her own kitchen. According to body cam footage, he ordered her to put down a pot of boiling water, threatened to shoot her, and then fired 3 shots, hitting her in the face. Grayson was soon fired, and now faces charges of first-degree murder, aggravated battery with a firearm, and official misconduct. Sheriff Jack Campbell, who hired Grayson, apologized to the community during a listening session organized by the Justice Department's Community Relations Service. "We failed Sonia and the community," Campbell told a packed hall, seeking forgiveness. Despite calls for his resignation, Campbell refused, stating that stepping down would not solve the underlying issues. Grayson's track record reveals a troubling pattern. His previous employers had reported various complaints, including inappropriate conduct and dishonesty. Despite this, he managed to move between 6 police departments in 4 years. His tenure in Logan County highlighted his aggressive behavior and multiple policy violations during a high-speed chase. Yet, each of these red flags seemed to fall through the cracks, enabling him to continue his law enforcement career. The release of the body cam footage of Massey's death shocked the nation, drawing parallels to other high-profile cases like George Floyd and Laquan McDonald. Civil rights attorney Ben Crump compared it to the infamous Emmett Till case, emphasizing that the video would shock the conscience of America. Massey's death has reignited calls for police reform. The former Springfield mayor, Jim Langfelder, remarked that the incident set the city back 100 years, referencing the Springfield race riot of 1908. Civil rights activists demand accountability and justice to eliminate systemic biases and rebuild trust in law enforcement. This incident also sheds light on the persistent issue of wandering officers, those dismissed for misconduct only to be rehired by other departments. Despite reforms in Illinois to curb this practice, the system remains flawed, allowing officers like Grayson to continue working without facing adequate consequences. Springfield has a long history of racial tensions, dating back to the 1908 Springfield race riot. That tragic event led to the founding of the NAACP, a pivotal organization in the fight for civil rights. Now, over a century later, the city finds itself once again at the center of calls for racial justice. Family and community members continue to mourn the loss of Sonia Massey as they seek justice and accountability. The tragic event has highlighted the urgent need for effective police reforms to prevent such senseless acts of violence and ensure that everyone, regardless of race, can feel safe when seeking help from law enforcement.